All right, for this video, guys, I'm gonna be showing you how to block punches. Now, I think people over-exaggerate when they first start off. People kind of over-exaggerate their blocks as far as they don't know how to react, so they'll kind of stand right here and then they'll put their arms out like this. Never do that. Just when it comes to blocking punches, just keep it simple. And this is what we're gonna call the windshield wiper when we're blocking punches, because you don't really need to move your arms that much to be able to block those punches. So I don't have the boxing gloves, but I'm gonna open my palms here, kind of like boxing gloves, just in case. Again, these are self-defense videos as well, just in case you're out in the street and someone tries to start shit with you or something and you don't have boxing gloves as pillows to use to cover your face. But you're gonna open your palms up, and again, this is gonna be called the windshield wiper. Now, you wanna keep it close to your face. Hands are always up like this, okay? Just for demonstration. You're not always gonna fight like this, but just for demonstration, you're gonna keep your hands up, and what you're gonna do, since we went over the jab, the cross, and the hook last time, those punches are what we're gonna block, including the uppercut as well. I'll throw that in. So when you're blocking shots, there's different ways to block it. And for now, you just wanna cover up your face. So if someone's really aggressive and they're trying to go at you, and this is almost like a last resort kind of scenario, or you're getting ready to counter, or you just want to see where his punches are coming from, you're gonna cover like this. You don't want too much space out here, because they could still land one up the middle, up going around this angle over here to your chin, or they can actually go through with a cross or a jab. So you want as little space as possible here, just in case they go down the middle. Now, blocking these punches, you don't really just want to stand there like this, because that makes you into a human punching bag. So, of course, in a fight, you're gonna be moving around, and there's a lot of things that are going on. But in this case, if you want to block right here, you're just gonna be moving depending on which side he throws. So say if he throws the right side, and it's not always, but when you move your hand, the reason why they call it a windshield wiper is that you're literally just moving your hands like a windshield wiper. This is the best way to describe it. So if I have my hands up here, like I said, you don't want to just keep them here, because there's still space here, and then his hand, these things, it might like just come around here. So you kind of want to move your hand kind of like this. But notice that it's not a big motion. It's not a big motion. You don't want your hands too away from your face. So just like what I talked about in the beginning of the video, you don't want it to come out like this, because most people will kind of instinctually do that, and we're trying to get rid of those natural instincts when it comes to fighting, because usually those are the wrong ways to go about it. People usually aren't trained to get hit in the face, and they're not trained for just fighting in general to block punches. So they'll do what they think is right and what they think is natural, but it's completely wrong. So what you want to do, again, is keep it to your face. And when someone throws, say if someone throws a cross at you, you kind of want to block it in front of your face, because like I said again, it could still come through. And depending if they stand the same way, either if they stand unorthodox or southpaw, if they throw a hook, you want to block a hook, it's going to be coming from this side. So I want to block a hook going this way. You see, it's called combing my hair back. You know how I love my analogies. So we're windshield wiping the ones and twos, and then when they throw that weird angle of a hook, because the hook is gonna come from this way, so if you're facing me, you're gonna hook this way, so it's gonna come from this side. this side of the camera. So when they throw the hook, I'm going to block, I'm gonna windshield wipe, and also comb my hair, whatever I have left of it. So here, I'm gonna keep it here. I'm gonna stick to the basics, keep my hands here nice and tight, and if they throw a hook coming this way at a different angle, you have to comb your hair this way, see? Now you're protected. That's why I don't have the boxing gloves on, so that you can really see the full detail and the mechanics of what I'm talking about. Because with gloves, it's kind of like you could just do this and then the gloves will cover your whole face. So again, with the hook, you want to comb your hair like that. If it's coming from this side, if they're hooking from this side, you want to simple, basic maneuvers like this. Comb your hair back. Or answer the telephone. Hello? Hello? Yep, I'm here. Just blocking punches. Wouldn't that be ridiculous if you just answered the telephone and, you know, you're blocking punches? Anyway. So, I'll show you with the 1, 2, 3. If someone's throwing like a 1, 2, 3 at me, I'll show you how I'd block it just by covering my face. See, nothing is getting through because I'm actually moving. If I were just to stand like this again and not move my hands, well, he'd probably come around this way and I'd probably get hit in the back of the ear, and that could cause a knockout, honestly. Or if I were just here and I were to move here, he could go down the middle, because fighting is a chess game. And another thing that I want to mention is that notice when I'm blocking, my body is kind of moving very subtly of where I'm blocking at, see? The reason for that is that if I move my body just a little bit, it's kind of rolling with the punches. Rolling with the punches just meaning I'm going with wherever he's punching to mitigate the damage. So if he punches me with a 2 and it's coming at me, look, that punch is gonna come this way and it's not gonna penetrate as hard. Because even if you're blocking, guys, and even if you block properly, I mean, if that guy's really strong and if he weighs a lot, he or she weighs a lot, man, I mean, it still hurts. It still hurts. Like, your arms aren't just gonna protect you. Your arms are there to protect your face, but it's still gonna hurt your arms. You have a chance to having it penetrate too, like I said, if the guy's weight is so much more than yours. So you kind of want to roll with the punches. If you're just strictly defending, see how my body's shifting a little bit? If it's coming this way, I'll go this way. If it's coming this way, I'll go this way. And same with the hook. If he's throwing a hook from this angle, I'll kind of roll this way. Not too much though, because the whole basic foundation is that as soon as he punches, I want to get back to my stance and then throw as well. I just don't want to sit here and keep blocking because that puts me on the defensive. So when he throws that hook, I want to, and then get back. So naturally, if you were trying to counter back, which obviously we'll go over in further videos, if he throws the hook coming this way, I want to land a counter hook that way. That's why it's not a lot of big movements when you're doing these blocking. It's not, you know, just throwing your hands around. It's like anything else, guys. It's like basketball, it's like football. There's a certain foundation to do things at first. And again, I never like to say never. There's a lot more that you can do. And this isn't just the one way, but these are the basics. It covers your face. It gets you to get back into countering. If you roll with the punches, then you won't get hurt as much as you block, and you can get back to your stance and counter back, or just reset. Reset meaning you're in neutral position. So another blocking mechanic when it comes to punches I want to go through is the body shot block. Now, we haven't gone through a body shot yet. I wanted to show you the basics of blocking and just the basic punches just so that you can start moving, okay? Because with body punches, you got to change levels, and then there's all these, additives to it before you get. I want you to get the basics down first, the 1, 2, 3, and then once you get the motion of your body, like stepping on a cockroach, and you feel the weight transfer, you feel your power transfer to your body, and you get that down, then we'll move on. But for now, we'll talk about blocking with the body. So I mentioned that you want to have your hands up right here to cover your face, but look what's open. The body's still open. And if someone throws the body here, well, you're gonna need to block that. Or they're gonna hit your kidney or your liver. So what you wanna do, again, if you notice with these patterns, they're very, very basic movements, okay? Just like the windshield wiper, very basic movements. Same with the body. And the body is actually, I think, is easier. So you want to have a good base. You want to go straight up, chin down, and you just kind of want to crunch down. You could bring your hand low a little bit, but just be mindful, because this hand, if you notice, will start coming a little bit down, and that exposes your face. But for this general purposes, I just want you to have a tool to get you to block your liver, your kidney, or your sternum. So here, I'm gonna crunch down like this, you see? Now, when I crunch down like this, look what's protected over here. When they punch, I'm good here. If they go for the liver, I'm good here. I'm just shifting my body. It's almost I'm shifting my weight to the right side of my body, because I am, and when they hit, it's gonna hit my elbow and it's gonna hurt. It's essentially gonna hurt them. So here, and keep your hands up, guys. Here. It's kind of like doing a crunch, honestly. But very, very, very subtle. Shift to one side of your body as you're doing a crunch. I personally think it's a lot easier to block the body, because all you have to do is crunch down while you have your hands up. Now, everything takes time to get used to, and there's different variables of the block, all right, guys? This isn't just to say, I know you guys probably watched a bunch of videos on these how-to tutorial guides, but these are the general ways that you want to block at first. And then there's going to be different variations when I get into more advanced videos of when different scenarios arise. Because you're not going to be blocking like that the whole time, but I want you guys to have a foundation of the basics, just like the jab, just like the two. That's how you're essentially going to throw it. Same with the block, windshield wipe. See, if you notice, just these grounds, you can cover a lot of ground. You can cover a lot of ground with just those basic punches. And I know this is gonna kind of be weird to say, but it does take skill to not be able to flinch. Like, you need to drill, you need to actually have someone coming at you for you not to like freak out. But in future videos, I'm going to have a partner so that you can see what that looks like. But for now, with these basic videos, you just need to have the motion. This is a motion. You don't need any props. You don't need a bag to throw a one. You can shadow box it, put your hands back to your face, and have good habits. You don't need all that yet, guys. You need just simple mechanics to be able to move your body, shift your weight, and be coordinated. That's all you need. That's what I want to emphasize the most, is that you want to get the basics down with your body so that you're coordinated to move like a fighter. But anyways, guys, those are the basics, and I'll see you on the next video.